You know, fam, we here on the channel love to make fun of the fanboys, poke at their illogical fallacies that they love to say towards us. But this one in particular kind of just confuses me. I just kind of look at this whole video. Well, I shouldn't say look at the video, kind of gone over it multiple times, and I'm just kind of sitting here like, really? That's all you guys care about? Is exclusives, but not the brand that you guys cap for so much? Like, sometimes it just doesn't make sense with these people that they keep asking for better and better graphics and better performance, but you know, they expect you know, for it to stay exclusive to their consoles when you know, the budgets keep going up and they don't balance out their budgets. So what do these fanboys really think? They think they're going to keep their exclusives on PlayStation? Like, honest to God with you guys, these fanboys confuse me, and I'm so glad after the Xbox One generation, or I should say a couple of years of the Xbox One generation, I just snapped out of it and went back to being, well, not back, but, you know, I became Gara, you know? I threw that fanboy mentality right out the window. And just to give you a bit of a warning, too, the audio that I'm going to play from this fanboy, it is not my fault. I don't understand why this dude did not go over his audio. It is absolutely horrible. Do not understand. I don't know why people just don't sit there and listen to their audio. I know that's a little bit of hypocritical for me, but you know what? At least I try, okay? But this audio right here, I'm sorry. I tried my best, try to clean up the audio as much as I can for you guys. But besides that mess, fam, if you guys enjoy this type of content, leave a like and comment in the comment section. And hey, subscribe to the channel. We're trying to get to 10K by the end of this year. And not to mention, though, too, if you guys want to see a review of a certain video game, because I'm starting to think maybe I should do a review of Helldivers. I put about a decent hours into there. And you know what? I'm thinking, you know what? I think the fan would like a review of Helldivers for me. But, you know, you guys let me know. I'm not going to do the liking and like goal again, because God knows you blew the hell out of that with Suicide Squad. But again, if you enjoy the type of content, you guys already know what to do. I'm trying to get to 10K by the end of this year. So, but besides that mess and all that sellout stuff, let's go ahead and dive right into the content. Oh, and before we do, please make sure to go grab yourself, guys, a nice little drink and a nice little snack. And we're just going to go ahead and dive right into this content.
And I know I talk shit about, you know, Xbox, and you know, I will not deny the fact that I participate in console war. I love the jokes. I do all that.
Listen, fam, like I told you, I tried to fix that audio as much as I could, but that audio is not coming from me. It's coming from him. And I just want to make a comment real quickly. Imagine being this old with this guy right now and you're console warring. Like, really, dude? Come on. I know you want to do jokes and stuff, but I know you shit on Xbox a lot. Like, why? Well, what's the point? What is the point of doing that? There's so many other better things, like, I don't know, playing the fucking video games that you cap for.
That console gaming or games on console should just be all everywhere on every platform. Let's talk about the positives to that, right? Of course, the argument is it's good for the consumer. The consumer can choose whatever platform they want to play on. If they want to play on PC, play on PC. If you want to play on Xbox, you want to play on Xbox. You play on PlayStation, play on PlayStation. And that's it. It's the best consumer-friendly option.
I mean, not only that, but I get to play with people on PlayStation, especially my friends. I get to play with my friends that are on Xbox. I get to play with my friends that are on PC. Not only that, though, too, the company actually gets more money out of it. You know, the farther that the game goes with on more platforms, the more money the companies get. Holy shit, it's a win-win for both people in this situation. The companies get more money, more funding for their games, and people get to play with other people, or they get to play whatever games they want to. The exclusive fucking argument is so outdated, it's not even funny.
The opposite side, for those that understand the advantages of console gaming, is because console gaming helps push gaming forward by being diverse.
Yeah, no, I'm going to have to cap that. I'm going to have to really disagree with that due to the fact that consoles haven't been innovating since, as dramatically as I should say, since the 360 and the PS3 days. Like, seriously, when the 360 came out and party chat with the achievements came out, that was a whole innovative thing. Like, wow, it's worth getting a console to play on this. Now, these days, to just purchase a console, it's not worth it, in my humble opinion. I mean, seriously, what was the last thing that Xbox or PlayStation innovated on? The only thing that comes to mind is quick resume for console, but I could easily do that on PC too. So it's like, what's the point of buying a console except for people that just want to hook it up and enjoy it? But I mean, I could have the same argument too. You just get a pre-built over here and you just install the drives that do it by themselves for you. It's like, people got to realize consoles are, they're sure they're easy to use, but you give up a lot of freedom for not going to PC. That's all I'm going to say.
It wasn't about games being available on everywhere, because technically everyone has access to the games. You just have to buy the platform that has the games on it.
Yeah, no, I don't want to spend like $1,000 just to access Xbox's exclusives and PlayStation's exclusives. There's no way in hell you're going to catch me spending that exorbitant amount of money. Like, I'll admit it right now. Yeah, sure. I've bought, a PlayStation 3 and a 4, an Xbox, 360 and Xbox One. But again, I'm not going to be buying another console just to play one fucking little game and then just be done with it. I'm just going to sit there. What am I going to do with this console? There's no other exclusives of like. I just would rather wait for it to come to PC.
But ultimately, the diversity of platforms that we had in console gaming or in gaming industry in general, that's what truly pushed console gaming or gaming overall.
Future's now, old man.
And yet it's all the same on the different platforms. Trust me, I've gone out and looked at them and see what they could do. It's all the same except they've got different UIs. That's really it. You would be much better just to get a PC, because you could use whatever you want on PC to message your friends. You could use the Xbox app, maybe the PlayStation app, maybe, I don't know. You could use Facebook Messenger. You could use Discord to message anybody. And you know what the best thing is, though, too? I'm going to say this right now. You don't have to pay for a membership. Shocker. Oh, no. And on top of that, too, you don't have to pay full price for games. Oh no, and you're not locked down to one system and you can access all the games too? Oh no. Yeah, and I'm just going to say this too. They haven't been diverse ever since the Xbox 360 and PS3 era.
Two different identities that catered to console gamers, and they were able to compete. And that's how they grew, and made console gaming better.
Yeah, that used to be the case until Microsoft bit the dust with the Xbox One. Yeah, anybody remember that? The TV, sports, games, TV. Anybody remember that? Remember that? I remember that. And also, too, just to add to the conversation, ever since then, Microsoft hasn't recovered. So what does Microsoft do, or I should say Xbox in this situation? You know what they did? They did a really smart idea. They saw the PC market growing, okay? And you know what they decided to do? They said, fuck it. Let's bring it to fucking PC. Let's bring our exclusives to PC. And it was a really smart idea. It worked for them. They're still here.
But now, things have changed. And what was funny is, things are changed because people, the Xbox primarily, guys, no longer care about console because they care more about the company and the fact that they were wrong.
I mean, let's be honest, though. This is Microsoft/Xbox's fault in this situation, especially the way they handled the Xbox One era. Ooh, they really fucked up. And you know what, though? People have the right to not care about the console anymore. You want to know why? Because if Microsoft/Xbox in this situation didn't give a fuck about the console, then why should the consumer? That's why they technically, Sony just blew them out of the water with a PS4. Because what was the point? What was the point of buying a gaming console when it's not even going to be designed to be a fucking gaming console, but just a VCR? Granted, though, there was a nice little feature with the Xbox One where they could have the, the HDMI port be upscaled certain other consoles through it too. That was a really nice feature. But like I said previously earlier in this video, why the hell would you buy a console these days versus you could buy a PC? Less clutter, more things you could do on PC, and more access to exclusives. And you could play old games too. Fuck you, Nintendo.
The thing about PC is there is no true first-party advocate. There's nobody that's going to prevent a game being locked out of PC. So they have huge investment to ensure that every gamer in the gaming industry understands that software should not be locked out of hardware.
Hold the phone.
Yeah, you want to know why we don't need one? Because eventually, all your exclusives eventually come to PC. There's a little thing called emulation. So keep it on your software as long as you got, or your hardware as long as you guys want to. It's no problem. I mean, it's fine. It's just eventually going to come to PC, and the companies are not going to make as much money, you know, because it didn't make much money. You're not going to get a sequel to that game, or maybe a prequel. Who knows the reasons? I don't know the reasons. Maybe it's just because they didn't make enough money. Who knows?
No, every software needs to be everywhere. But in reality, they just want to make sure that the game is on PC. They could give two shits if it's on another, like on Nintendo, whatever.
Holy fuck, is this wrong?
As a friend to the channel would like to say, wrong, 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 wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong. But yeah, no, every PC person I have ever talked to said that every game needs to be on every platform. For example, for personally me, I would love to see Helldivers on Xbox and the Nintendo Switch. Now, granted, the Nintendo Switch is severely underpowered, and I don't think it's going to look that really good. And I think when you start to use some of your abilities on there, I can't really say it because YouTube will demonetize me. Your Nintendo Switch would blow up. It would just melt in your hands, or it just go, you know, blow up in your hands. But no, I will say this again, and I'm going to say it very differently too. All the exclusives on all the platforms, you enjoy whatever you feel like, because the age of exclusives are getting really, really old.
And if you love Bethesda games, if you love the ABK games, yep, you're going to buy an Xbox. This was the conversation throughout the whole ABK deal. And during that conversation, PC gamers was not against that deal, even though it could potentially have locked out games from PlayStation ecosystem.
Wrong, 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 wrong. Wrong, 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 wrong.
Yeah, no, not one PC player I have ever came across, like on YouTube or on, I don't know, on X or Reddit, was ever against the idea of all these games staying on PlayStation. It would be dumb for them to remove Call of Duty from PlayStation. It would be dumb of them to remove Fallout from PlayStation. Who in their right fucking mind would say that, to remove a popular series from the most popular console? Do you know how stupid you sound right now? Do you know how uneducated you sound right now? Do you have any idea of the words that are coming out of your fucking mouth right now?
They didn't advocate to say, no, this deal cannot happen because you're going to lock games out of PlayStation. Therefore, games need to be everywhere, which is their mantra. But notice, in a scenario where games are going to be locked out of PlayStation, they didn't care. Because ultimately, they don't really care if games are everywhere. They only care that as long as it's on PC, it doesn't matter if it's on Nintendo, if it's on Xbox or PlayStation. Just ensure there's a PC version, and that's it.
No, it's fine. It's fine. It doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me. It bothers me. It bothers me a lot. I hate this game!
A lot of people on the PC side were against this, Puerto Rico, especially not just for the fucking fact that they wouldn't make as much money if they kept COD exclusive to their console or the next Fallout game. No, we don't want that. We want all the games to be free and out there, okay? We want it to be out there. You know what's even funnier, though, too, since you're so worried about the exclusives? Aren't you kind of capping for the fact that you don't want companies making any more money and staying in business and making their games even better? Aren't you kind of technically doing that? See, what people like Puerto Rico over here doesn't understand is that the console market is hitting its fucking roof right now. For the love of God, it's tapped out. So these big corporations, the Microsoft and Sony, and maybe Nintendo too, what they need to do right now is start porting it to other platforms and to PC. That's the only way they're going to make more money to make these big budget games.
We don't have to cater to your needs. You chose PC. That's where you want to play. Accept the consequences or whatever of that decision. But for the console gamers, especially the Xbox gamers, you guys abandoned a console gamer, which only leads to me is that you guys were never really console gamers. Because if you guys were true console gamers, you will support the platforms that still has fundamentally the idea of what a console should do, and let them know and be like, hey, PlayStation, Nintendo, do not make the same mistakes my favorite brand did with Microsoft. If you make those mistakes, you're going to head down the same road.
Oh, guess what, Puerto Rico? Some of these people finally woke up and smelt the roses and thought, oh God, these exclusives don't help anything except make these companies more and more richer, because let's be honest, the last couple exclusives that PlayStation has released, except for Rise of the Ronin, and I'm talking about games like Spider-Man 2, have been absolute stinkers. Anybody remember that one? Everybody remember Forspoken? Yeah, that one took a fucking studio with it. Yeah, Gara remembers that one. Gara definitely remembers. Oh, and bonus points too for those people. They're no longer peasants anymore. They've actually grown out of it. Now they understand, like, oh yeah, no. Exclusives should be everywhere. There's no excuses. I'm done being a fanboy. They finally got the message, and it's beautiful, and it's so funny to see you tweak the hell out over this topic, Puerto Rico.
The problem is you PC guys are thrashing the PS5 Pro. If anything, you guys should be advocating for the PS5 Pro, because that's a way to get what you guys want. Get people away from talking about lockdown exclusive software and talk about more on what the company is doing to provide you better technologies so you can play your games better.
Now, why would I lie to people like that when they can just easily go get a PC right now, budget it correctly, and get something better that'll last longer than a PS5, and they can have so much more fun? No. Puerto Rico, I'm sorry. I'm not going to lie to people like that. I'm going to let people do what they want, because you know what? I'm not here to brainwash people into getting what I want. No, what I want is for everybody to enjoy gaming. Not this little mind control freakazoid shit or stick that you're trying to pull right now. Fuck off with that.
But not even that. You're not even supporting that. Many of you PC gamers is a waste. So let's be honest. You don't want consoles to have exclusive software. You don't want these console manufacturers to make iterative consoles which can improve performance. Then what the fuck do you want?
You want to know what I want, Puerto Rico, versus what you want, buddy? I want all my gamers to be free, to play on whatever platform they want, to play whatever games they want. Somebody on PlayStation wants to play the new Halo game, go for it. Somebody on Xbox wants to play Helldivers, go for it. Somebody on the Nintendo Switch wants to play, I don't know, Gears of War, go for it. And I'm going to say it again. If anybody on Xbox or PlayStation want to play the next Pokemon game, go for it.
I know what you want. You just simply want consoles to not exist and everybody to play on PC, which is, I'm going to be honest, embarrassing. Like, why would you even care about that? Like, why would you care and try to force one platform on everyone? That's just downright embarrassing.
I don't know what's more downright embarrassing, being on this platform console warrant for a fucking platform that gives zero shits about you, or worrying about what people play on just so you could keep your precious little exclusives. You guys tell me, what's more freaking embarrassing? That or console warrant? Please tell me no. I am so curious in the comment section. Love to talk to you guys. Love you guys too.
PlayStation gamers, both their PlayStation, there's a positive and consequence, right? You got, you know, amazing first party titles, you got great third party support, right? But maybe you wished, PSN Plus had day and date games like Xbox Game Pass. Maybe you're one of those gamers, right? Well, guess what? You don't. That's the consequence of owning the platform. This is what you have to deal with.
Wow, imagine having that mentality of just, oh, well, I picked this platform and I just got to deal with it. Oh, well, when you could come to PC, no problem, and enjoy everything, baby. You don't have to deal with that bullshit. You could just come do whatever you feel like. If you could wait for a little longer for certain exclusives to come to PC, come to PC. Don't be a fanboy. Just come to PC. Come enjoy gaming. It's so much fun over here. Take it from an old, console fanboy over here. I love PC gaming because it gives the freedom that I wish I had on console.
So let's say, for example, Final Fantasy Rebirth. It's going to come to PC, but you're going to have to wait. Or Rockstar decides, hey, PC gamers, you're going to have to wait because we're focused on consoles, or games like Stellar Blade where you don't know if you're going to get it. I mean, it's not a constructive environment where you have an advocate to ensure those things don't happen. So you get what you get, right? There's a pros and cons to all these platforms.
Oh no, whatever shall I do with all my backlog of so many freaking games? Please, somebody help me. It's not like I can't wait and complete my backlog for those games to come to PC. Oh no, please, somebody help me. I need the new latest game to absolutely freaking flather out the mouth and go on to Twitter till everybody's better and your other console sucks. No, I'm not playing that game anymore. That game got real old and real dried out real fucking quick.
But ultimately, the diversity of platforms is what truly gamers benefit. Because then each platform will have to make a decision on, A, how can I get the consumer to buy my product? And you're going to get that less and less in this homogenous world of where software is everywhere, right?
Oh no, the consoles are gonna die out if they let their exclusives go to other platforms. No, it's not. No, it's not. You want to know why? Because some people just prefer to enjoy consoles a lot better than PCs. And I'm going to respect that, even though I don't understand why, but it's their own personal opinions, and I will die on the hill for those type of people to just enjoy gaming. Because you know what? By the end of the fucking day, you enjoy what you do, boo-boo, okay? You play whatever games you feel like. You gotta do, like, what is it, a Game Boy Advance right now, and you're playing Pokemon Emerald through the billionth one time. You do you, boo-boo. You got the Nintendo Switch and you're playing Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, and you're playing the millionth time after God knows how many glitches you encountered. You do you, boo-boo. You on the Xbox One and you're playing an old Halo game like Halo Master Chief, and you're just enjoying yourself. You do you, boo-boo. And I think you guys are catching on to what I'm saying.
That truly made consoles successful is the first party and the attempt to make exclusives made for the console. And you're not going to see that as much. You're going to see generic multi-platform development. You're going to see a slight quality go down, especially those of you who love those little details of, oh, my clothes is wet, freckles on the face, all that stuff. Like, you're going to see less of that.
It's been going down over the multiple past years. Holy fuck, the Final Fantasy series, like, the Final Fantasy, what was it, 17 or 16, someone can correct me. Those fucking resolutions have gone down. The performance on many other games have gone down. Bugs galore on Spider-Man 2, and I'm not even talking about Spider-Man. There are so many problems that counter this little argument you're trying to do. Oh, you're going to see quality slowly go down. No, the quality's already suffering. So why not just release it to other platforms? At least the fucking people there that they're going to release it to can possibly fix it. Cough, cough, PC.
If Nintendo comes back to actual home console gaming with actual up-to-date latest tech and hardware, and they tell you we actually have exclusives, right? You can't get this on PC. You can't get this on PlayStation. You can't get this on Xbox. There is no harmony. We got true exclusives built to this hardware that could bring back the old Nintendo of the 80s and 90s, where everybody wants to play on Nintendo.
This man knows nothing about PCs. Nothing. Nobody go to his comment section and tell him. Nobody tell him. Nobody tell him. No, not a single soul. Please don't. Don't tell him what PC could do. Oh, this dude has no idea. Also, nobody wants the old Nintendo back. Old Nintendo sucked ass. Not in their games, but how they police their video games. Nobody wants that old Nintendo back. That old Nintendo could go stay dead in its grave.
I can see that happening if PlayStation gives up the whole exclusive and just goes days and day on PC. Nintendo can easily be like, yep, we're back in it, boys. Because then at that point, what does PlayStation have to offer? They don't offer exclusives. Nintendo would offer true exclusives.
Nintendo wouldn't have to worry about either because they're already there. They already fucking own it anyway. God knows how many Switches they've sold recently. God knows how many copies of Pokemon they've recently sold. Like, come on. Really? Really? Nintendo would be back up there? That they'd be the exclusive ones? Come on. Really? We really have to say that about Nintendo? Really?
So the future could be back how we started. And when I mean by started, after the crash of video games, with Nintendo dominating, we could come back to that world. And guess what? If Nintendo does come back to the classic console, the stuff I grew up on, the Super NES, the NES, the N64, if they come back to that, and they have true exclusives that just blows out the stuff, of course, I will come back to Nintendo too.
It'd be funny if it weren't so pathetic. No, what the heck, I'll laugh anyway.
Yeah, no, that's a good laugh, though. You thinking Nintendo's going to go back to being old Nintendo? Yeah, no. They're making too much money to care to even go back and satisfy their old customers. Nah, they're not going to do it. They're not. It's just Nintendo. But you know what? That's not going to happen. My appreciation for you guys to make it towards the end of this video. And if you enjoyed this type of content, you guys already knew to do that sellout stuff. But besides that, fam, thank you very much for watching towards the end. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Later, fam.
like a man.